going on? Skip It! It's time for Skip It! So this is what week? We're at April 7th. I'm Sean.
This is Drew.
Yes, he is. And these are our Skip It. So here's what we do, guys. Let's get right to it. Let's not mess around. We read so many comics.
A lot.
God, last week it was 25. This week I'm easily over 30.
Yes.
This week was for me anyway, a very strong week. The force is strong with these comics.
I concur.
The force is strong.
Honestly, you really could not go wrong with this week.
This Skip It's going to be like, this is Skip It's, but also like the mediums too. So we do our 5 worst comics, and I only have 3 this week. I have 3 bad comics. Because even the bad ones were like...
They're not that...
They're not bad.
Yeah.
They're just... So we do our top 5 worst Skip It's.
Yeah.
And then we do our medium ones. So let's get started, okay?
So we're doing Skip It's first?
The biggest difference for me is I do a lot more speculation-based buys. Drew is much, much more focused on story stuff.
Yes, I'm the casual reader. I'm coming in reading.
So yeah, we're going to do Skip It's first.
All right, Skip It's first.
All right, first Skip It. What do you got? Okay, so I'll talk about that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So 3 issues in, I've given it 3 issues, and the pacing of this is the equivalent to what should have been 1 issue. Of the 3 issues. This could have all been 1 issue.
Yes.
And the exciting part in this is only 1 page. What we wanted to see was 1 page, and what this issue has done in 3 issues is what Sea of Sorrows has done in 1, which is a fantastic underwater suspense story.
Yeah, I need to read that too.
Yeah, it's fantastic. This one, not so much. I mean, it's a shame because it's one of those...
It's Deep Beyond, by the way.
Deep Beyond. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yep, Deep Beyond. If you're driving out there, be safe. There's a lot of great covers out there for this. Great covers. But guys, it's a shame the interior of this is just...
I picked it up. I was like... I gave up after issue 2. Mm-hmm. I picked it up. I actually read this one. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, this isn't half bad.
No.
Too bad the first 2 were so terrible.
Yes.
I barely know what's happening. I don't know what's up with the 2 weird girls in there. I don't know what's going on. So I was like, boy, I wish all of them were paced this way. Yes. I wish all of them didn't have 50 pages worth of, or 5 comics worth of story jammed into 1 issue.
Yes.
By the second issue, go back and watch. It was such a turnoff. We're like, God, this is terrible.
If you look on the inside cover, it looks like it's like the opening Star Wars crawl explaining the whole backstory. It's nuts.
For all 9 movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so Magic the Gathering is mine. If you're not reading, guys, Magic the Gathering and comic books don't work well together. They never have. I play Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
I know the lore. I know the mechanics. I'm an average player. I'm not going to go win any tournaments, but I'll kick your ass at home, right? So, I know Magic. I read this, and I was like, I don't care. I don't even care. They're talking about the entire first 4 pages are nothing but introducing this character, they're at this location, which is full of this mystical stuff, and they're at this location. Magic is, how long is 25, 30 years? Longer than that probably.
Probably close to 40.
Forgive me for having my years off, but it's decades of lore and content and locations and and the thing that makes Magic so much fun is it's green, red, the colors, they all have their own theme to them. Red's fire, speed, green is about growth, making big creatures, blacks is death, bringing us up in the graveyard, white is gaining life, that kind of stuff. So all the different colors, there's none of that at all in this. And if you're not interested in Magic, if you don't like Magic, don't know what it is, Magic the Gathering, you're going to lose interest in this quick. You're going to be like, I don't understand what's happening. And then the Planeswalker they choose to focus on, I don't give a crap about her. She's not even a cool one. Where's the main ones? Where's Jace makes a brief appearance, but then just gets he gets a brief appearance. Where's Liliana? Like the favorite one. Where's Sauron? Where's where's Chandra? They're the big ones, the main ones. I don't know. Swing and a miss for me. Just skip it. Total skip it.
I agree. I flipped through it. I'm just like, this is too much for the first issue.
Way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. Okay. And I talked about that comic way too much. All right.
I-O.
Second skip it for me is Beast of Burden.
Okay. Here we go.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
I'll start.
Okay, go for it.
This is the first of a 5-issue story arc, and I'm dreading the fact that I have to read the other 4 issues of the story arc.
Yes.
I'm like, come on, like, first off, the suit. The new suit, in case you haven't read it, it's also he can stream his adventures online and they can make money from it. Okay, maybe that's the modern equivalent of him taking pictures and selling them to a newspaper.
It's like being Booster Gold at this point, pretty much. But it goes against the concept of Spider-Man himself being selfless. You know, not in it to make money.
Yeah.
Because he learned that the hard way the first time.
Yeah. And it's just, oh no, he's live streaming his adventures. But how many adventures has he had where someone's been brutally beaten to death, or someone's secret identity's been revealed, or something terrible happens? And the 2 characters they're focusing on now, Blue Beetle. Is that it? Blue Beetle and the
Boomerang.
girl.
And the Beetle. Yeah, the
The Beetle. Yeah, well, not Blue Beetle. Sorry, it's DC. Yeah, like I could care less about these people.
Yes.
Can you pick more D-list characters? And then one dad forbids them to date, and the other one forbids them to date, and then there's a fight, and my dad told me not to do this. Yeah, screw them. We're gonna do what we want anyway. And then it goes. Oh my God! I'm just like, is this written for their target? Again, we preach about this all the time. Is this written for your target audience, which is men between the age of
30 and 45?
Well, it's more like it's about 30 and 56, but let's say 25. Or is this being written for teenagers? I feel like it's not speaking to me in any way, shape, or form. I didn't identify it as a dad from the dad side of it. I didn't identify it from the kids, this rebellious kids. Spider-Man barely is even in it.
No, he's a non-factor in this.
None at all. So,
I mean, if you love Robbie Thompson, good for you. But unfortunately, I think a vast majority of people don't really care for him. I'm sorry.
So tired of the opening sequence of Norman Osborn pining over his kids.
That was the more interesting part. And that was it. It was only like 3
It's a half
pages.
page.
But yeah, that was it.
Spider-Man, save us from Spider-Man.
Yes.
It's not amazing anymore. All right, Beast of Burden. Skip it.
Okay.
You have no more skip-its?
I've got 3 more. So,
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Nocterra. Yeah.
Oh, screw you and your Nocterra.
Hey,
I'm going to yell at you for that.
Alright.
So I'll start again. I lost interest after half a page. I tried to give it a shot. Talking animals in the real world. The last page is kind of cool. Something scary kind of happens in it. I couldn't do it. Nope, not interested. Beast of Burden. What is it? Beast of Burden, Occupied Territory. I don't know if this is a spin-off of something. If it is, I don't care. I'm sorry. I just didn't like it. Go ahead and talk about the great issue of Nocterra that you hated.
Great as in horrible, then yes, you are correct. But the girl, the main character in this, to me, she is just an absolute biatch in this comic. I really don't care for her that much. And her brother is just a complete total simp in this comic. And it's a trope I'm really getting tired of, as well as the post-apocalyptic storytelling trope. It's really, there's so many of them now. It's just like, can we get something else besides a post-apocalyptic story? You know.
So the next time you have a post-apocalyptic story in your top 10, I'm gonna take you to task on it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. But this one, it really wasn't that exciting. It wasn't terrifying. It wasn't scary. It really didn't do anything for me. You know, we got to meet the guy who may have been responsible for what happened, but it really didn't dazzle me. Sorry.
I'm just gonna not. It's in my top 10,
Okay.
so I'm not gonna say anything about it. Yeah, I thought it was so good. Scott Snyder is great. We'll talk about it in my top 10. He said skip it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say read it. All right, next. So these are my mediums now.
Okay.
You're still in your skip-its, right?
I'm still in my skip-its, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do your next skip-it.
Next skip-it, Beast Wars number 3.
Okay, I didn't read that, so we're going to talk about it.
3 issues in, like I said earlier, with Deep Beyond, 3 issues to do what could have been done in 1 issue. Everything that's gone on has happened in less than 24 hours in 3 issues.
Okay.
And it is pretty damn boring, pretty bland. Megatron is a complete punk in this. He's taking crap from a bunch of his underlings.
That's not Megatron.
And it's not Megatron.
That's not the Megatron I know and love.
Exactly. And how they tortured one of the primals in this, it's pretty bland and generic. It's not exciting. It really stinks. It's really disappointing. And last skip it is James Bond, Agent of Spectre, number 2.
I don't read that either.
It's I don't blame you for that. I'm giving it one more shot. I give it the rule of 3 issues, and then
Okay.
that's it. It has an interesting cliffhanger, but the art is bad. Everyone is ugly in this comic. Everyone is just visibly ugly in this comic. It's just James Bond's supposed to be a handsome, debonair British man.
So
Women are supposed to
they
be
draw
beautiful.
them ugly?
Yes, they do. Yes, absolutely terribly ugly. Yes,
That's weird.
yes, it is.
I'm gonna look at it while you
Go for it.
Okay, so is that your last skip it?
Yes, it is. That's my last skip it.
Okay. Drew's last few skip its are stuff that people usually don't read anyway, but hey,
Yeah.
that's cool. Oh yeah, this art's bad.
It is. That's Bond. Yeah,
Oh come on, man.
that's Bond.
What? He's fat. Okay. It's bad. I can't show you guys the art because it's not technically released yet.
Yes.
But anyway, okay, so now we're gonna get to like the mediums. So these are
Yes.
like the maybe you should buy it. Like it's
Yeah.
not bad enough to be a skip it, but it's not good enough to be in the top 10.
Or we just had that much good stuff that it's kind of an overflow. It was kind of like an overflow for me in some cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can go through this quick.
Okay. Yeah. So can I. Okay.
Okay, so America Chavez. All I'm gonna say about you. So I'm gonna do America Chavez real quick. All I'm gonna say about this is I was pleasantly surprised by this. I came into this with expectations of it being terrible. I did. I had a bias. I thought it was gonna be terrible, and it was not terrible. They really flesh out the character in it. They tell the story back. They're telling her origin plus current right now. She's drawn the way a 20-something Puerto Rican girl should look. Like she's curvy and voluptuous.
So better than the Gabby Rivera run.
Oh my lord, yes.
Absolutely. I'll check it out now.
Yeah, and the story is good. Like it's very relatable. The home life is super relatable. It's really, and at the end, you're kind of like, oh, well, I want to read the next one. So I was pleasantly surprised by this one.
I'll check it out now because I was terrified of the Gabby Rivera thing. It's
I thought it was gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by America number 2. I really was.
I'll get that check.
Go
out.
ahead.
Project Patron number 1.
Oh, F you on that one again. That's in my top 10. That was so
well,
good.
like I said, it was just an overflow. Like I
Okay.
said.
Oh, yeah, that's a medium. That's
Yes.
right. Okay, I forgive
Yeah.
you.
Step back, rewind it back. Yes.
I'll
There we go.
back up a minute.
All right.
I was winding up to
yes.
elbow you. I'll take it back now.
It's a great concept. It's a great concept.
Yeah.
It's kind of confusing with the mechanics of how everything works, involving everyone. Because we see the one person who kind of runs the thing, but with everyone else, I'm like, wait a minute. So it doesn't really make sense to me how they're all intertwined when he's the one who's kind of.
He's like the leader, but we can't talk to you
Okay, yeah,
about it.
but I didn't have a chance to read it again, but it was kind of kind of confusing for me.
We'll talk about it off camera. It made my top 10.
Okay.
And it's your almost top 10.
Almost
so,
top 10. It has a great
yeah.
cliffhanger ending. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really do check this out. Maybe you found something. Maybe it makes more sense to you. Maybe I missed something. Maybe Sean can explain.
I
to me
like
what
the
happened.
concept. It's
Yes,
it's
great
totally
concept.
supposed to be Superman.
Yes.
Like there's even the description describes it as this great hero dies. It's total throwback to Death of Superman.
Yeah.
Same scene, everything with the blow, and
Yeah.
almost same scene. It's a really interesting take on
Yes.
how he comes back, though.
Yes.
Super cool. Yeah. My next one is Squadron Supreme. So here's why I picked this. These are just a bunch of reprints of old issues, but this Heroes Return or Heroes Reborn Marvel's coming up with pretty soon. It's all about the Squadron Supreme, which I am super excited about just because it's Squadron Supreme. I love Squadron Supreme.
Likewise.
Love
Yeah.
them, love them, love them,
Yeah.
love them. And I'm only excited about this whole nother universe thing again because the Squadron Supreme is going to be involved. And this is almost required reading to kind of get a basic understanding of Squadron Supreme. So I advise picking this up. It's a heftier cover price, but you're getting 3 issues reprinted with a cool new cover.
Yeah.
I advise picking this up. Not enough to make the top 10, but I think you should grab it.
Yeah.
What's your next one?
I've got Grim Tales of Terror, H.H. Holmes. Great, fantastic cover by yes.
Yes. Who is this again? You looked it up, right?
Tao. I think it was Tao. What's his last
Tao. It
name?
looks like a Josh Burns cover.
Yes.
And it's just straight cover by. I didn't even. Did you read it?
I did read this.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
it is an awesome story. It's pretty much because it goes into the history of Hunter Hearst Holmes, America's first serial killer, and how he murdered people.
Oh,
And
I didn't know who that was.
yes, and so it all takes place in a hotel where these murders are starting to happen that kind of replicate what Hunter Hearst Holmes was doing to people, and it's a great mystery. And very violent inside, very graphic.
Sounds terrible and amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Now I want to read it. It's a thick book too.
Yes.
But this cover is fantastic.
Yep.
Mystery, sexy, love the cover. Fantastic. Again, these are not our top 10s. These are just the middle of the road. There weren't a lot of skip-its this week. If you're just tuning in late, or if you skipped halfway through the video for some reason, go back and watch the beginning. You'll see. So here's this one.
I've only got one more. So
okay.
okay.
All right. So here's my next one.
Okay.
So Avengers. Here's why I picked this. What a waste of a story arc. This is Avengers number 44.
Is that Peach Momoko?
Yeah, it's a Momo cover.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not bad for a Momo cover.
No, it's not actually. Yeah, I'm shocked.
My goodness. So this has been. I love the Avengers. I love Jason Aaron. I love the Phoenix. I love all those things. You put them into a pot, and unfortunately, you got a pile of shit. Right? It was a drawn-out story. This could have been done in one issue. This could have been one oversized issue. Who's the new Phoenix? And we find out. But instead, you get all these fight scenes that have nothing to do with nothing. There's no consequence to them. I hated it. I felt like they were treating me like I'm an idiot, right? So this one, you finally find out two things. Thor's lineage is a little bit altered. Like Freya's not his mom, because it hints at the fact that if you go back to the Avengers 1 million BC, there was the first Phoenix was a hot redhead cave woman girl, basically, right? And her and Odin were banging. So she says, she's like, it's complicated, I can't tell you. So like, yes, no, it's not. But then she also hints that you are the firstborn of the Phoenix. So, or something like that. Firstborn son of the Phoenix, something like that. Which also implies there may be more. But you get a new, once she's on one of the covers. She's going to be in the Hawkeye miniseries. God, oh man, I just totally forgot her name. I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Oh,
but you find out who the new Phoenix is. So it's got a little bit of coolness at the end. I do like. There's a touching moment at the end, which is kind of cool. But anyway, there you go. Not good enough to be in the top 10, but they finally wrap up this long ass drawn out storyline with a good issue, and there you go. Okay, what do you got?
Okay.
What is that?
That is Geiger.
I know what it is. I'm sorry,
Yes.
but that's your not good enough to make the top 10?
Yes. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God, what is wrong
Yes.
with you? Oh, tell me why.
So I read Geiger.
Oh, I'm going to be mad at you.
I read Geiger 3 times.
Okay.
3 times. And I had Cal read it.
Okay, it's your brother.
It's my brother, not Kevin. And it was one of those where each time I left it, I was just like, huh. I mean, we said it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It is a good read. But it feels like Jeff Johns took a blender. He took the superhero concept, put that in. He put Game of Thrones ingredient, tossed that in. Took The Stand, tossed that in. He took Mad Max, tossed that in, and hit Frappe. And this is what you get. And don't get me wrong, it's an interesting read. But it's just one of those where it wasn't what I expected. And it didn't really seem like, from the description, like what I was expecting. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. He's building an interesting world. It's just one of those. I guarantee you're going to leave it probably thinking, huh, that's interesting.
I loved it, and I'm going to talk about it in my top 10. The camera guy will put it either a box at the top or linked at the end. It's going to be great. If you're watching this video too early, it's probably up before the other video's up, so you're going to have to just keep notifications on to get the top 10 video that we do. But man, screw both you guys. That thing is awesome. All right, I got Venom. So, nothing happens again. You get the big story arc, King in Black. It's not good enough to be a skip it because the cover's kick ass. I love the Stegman cover.
That made my top 10 list, sir. Yeah.
Well,
because,
all right.
yes,
We'll yell about that at each other then.
yes.
So Venom 34 sideways cover, and not good enough to make the top 10, but there it is. Okay, and last, middle of the road for me anyway, is Fear Case. So I've been reading this. Matt Kint, he wrote, he's been writing Enoch, he did this, he did something else I read this week, I can't remember what it is. But holy crap, man, this is so good. If you're, I'm not going to talk about it too much. Go read Fear Case. Get all the issues. Now, I will concede to Drew, the art is atrocious.
Yes.
It's atrocious. It was to the point, if the story wasn't so solid, I almost stopped reading it a couple times because I'm like, can this guy even draw, like, are they looking at this art? I mean, it's so bad. And at first I thought the first issue was supposed to be that bad. It's the feel of the book. But no, if the feel of the book is terribleness, that's what you're getting. The art's so bad. So if you're a big art dude or chick, don't read it. But the story's super good. Okay, Drew, go ahead and finish off your...
Okay, no, that's it. No,
that's okay.
That's it, yeah.
So, if you notice, there's no DC here.
Yeah.
Our DC literally just arrived right now. Now, we wanted to do our bottom 5 skip-its and our medium books. We didn't want to wait too long. You guys have been asking these videos to get uploaded earlier and earlier. We're trying to get them uploaded before 2 in the morning. So we're doing our best. That's why this one has no DC in it, because I haven't even read DC yet. Our Lunar just came in. So we're going to go reset, and we're going to get ready for the top 10. Depending when you're watching it, it'll be linked at the end of this. If not, it's coming. Keep your notifications turned on so you got to subscribe, like. I have I know I keep telling you this, guys. I literally have a long box of giveaways to give for you guys. And I'm going to do a big giant live feed. Maybe Drew will hang out with me and we'll just shoot the crap with each other and do giveaways. We'll do
one
a big
old... One of them is mine.
Yeah, he donated a cool ass giveaway.
Yeah.
I got a 9.9 slab I'm giving away, guys. I got a lot of cool ass stuff. So I love the comments, by the way. I love the comments. I read every one and I try to reply to some. I can't reply to all of them. We're getting 150 some comments a video, which is fantastic. So please continue to like the videos, comment. That's how you're entered to win. You have to comment your like number. So like it and then comment, be like number 12. Screw you, man, that book is awesome. Or yeah, that book sucks. Or God, Sean, you're super ugly. Whatever, man, I don't care. Let's just talk about comics and stuff, okay? So that's it. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the top 10 video.